Welcome everyone, this is Double back with you. Hope everybody's having a great day, safe one. Got something I ain't opened up in a while. This is 1981 Fleer Vending Box. This is part of the collection I bought over a year ago out of a storage locker. A friend of mine bought a storage locker and then there was a bunch of cards in the back corner. He didn't want, so we made a deal and I just bought them from him. So I don't know if these have been gone through. I'm pretty sure they have. Most of these boxes, if you buy them, people's gone through them. They can say they're unsearched, but 99.9% of them has been searched. But we're going to find out. It's always fun to open up and see what you get. It was stored like this in the unit. It's 500 count box. Yeah. Nice and neat there, and got a few cards in the back. But we'll go through them and see what we got. Pull out our Hall of Famers. That light just is not working right, is it? Getting a glare on them. Okay. We won't call out every name. It'd take forever to go through 500 cards. Hey, Big Doggy, Tony Perez. Go in my Big Red Machine, one of my favorite players. Set that over to the side here. That light is just being contrary. Don Baylor, good player right there. Just never know what you're going to get when you get these vending boxes. When I go through them, I'll tear the vending boxes up so they'll never be reused again on my end. I think of all the ones I found, maybe I've opened two that wasn't searched. Tommy John, I think he should be a Hall of Famer. I mean, he's got like 284 wins. He's in the top 20 of all-time innings pitched. Set him to the side. Jerry Kuzman, he shares a rookie card with Nolan Ryan. Gaylord Perry is a Hall of Famer. Right there. First Hall of Famer, or second one we found. And Tony Perez. Jim Palmer, Hall of Famer. The winningest pitcher in the 1970s. Right there. Greg Luzinski, part of that great Phillies team in the late 70s and early 80s. Lonnie Smith. Okay. Grab another handful here, maybe not so many. They've been in there a long time. You can see they got the curl back to them. Ray Knight took over third base for Pete Rose and later on played on the Mets team that won the World Series in '86. Steve Garvey. Great player right there. One of my favorite players back then. Set that over the side. Even though he played for the Dodgers, still had to like him. Dale Murphy. He should be in the Hall. He's the best player in the 80s. 2 MVPs back-to-back. And I think 82 and 83 should be in the Hall of Fame. You know, I say a lot of them should be, but there's about 20 or 30 of them that don't belong. Tommy Lasorda, he's a Hall of Fame manager. He had a great career. After he retired, took over and coached the think, 96 baseball team to a gold medal in the Olympics. He's a Hall of Famer. Seeing a couple repeats in here. Bruce Sutter, Hall of Fame pitcher. Great relief pitcher. I don't know what he's doing with a bat in his hands. Willie Stargell, Pops. He's a Hall of Famer. Great player. This was the first year of Fleer that they put out. Hey, Ken Griffey Sr. Big red machine right there. Right fielder. All right, put that with my big red machine players. Working on my Pete Rose set, and I think I'm up to a little over 240 cards. I've got of his so far. Just need a few more to complete that. It's #1 registry set on CSG. Hey, speaking of another one, Little Joe Morgan. Little Joe. I consider the greatest second baseman ever. He had it all. Right there, part of that big red machine. Gary Templeton traded for Ozzie Smith. Hey, Phil Negro. Hall of Fame pitcher right there. Knuckleballer. Put that in the Hall of Fame stack. Bobby Cox. Braves manager, Hall of Famer. There's another Steve Garvey's. Earl Weaver's a Hall of Fame manager. Here in the Hall of Fame. Lou Whitaker, what a great second baseman he was. If it wasn't for Joe Morgan, he'd probably got a lot more recognition playing second base in the 70s, and the early 80s. Big Red Machine cast a big shadow over a lot of players. Should put that team together today with salaries and all. You couldn't do it. Louis Tion. I mean, don't look right in the Yankees uniform. I always remember him in a Boston. Excuse me. Yeah, we went from the 80s to the high 20s in less than 2 days and getting everybody sick. Ozzie Smith right there, Hall of Famer. Probably greatest defensive shortstop there was. He was a wizard. Dave Concepcion, pulling out all my favorite players. Shortstop with a big red machine. Joe Negro, Phil's brother, had a great career on his own. Oh, there's a Hall of Famer, Jim Cat, right there. Just went in a couple years ago, well deserved. And another one, Andrew Dawson, the Hawk, great outfielder, Hall of Famer. Don Sutton's another Hall of Famer. Great picture right there. Denny Ames, right there. Played baseball and went on to become a great basketball player. The Boston Celtics. Paul Molitor's a Hall of Famer. He was a great player too. See, when you're growing up in the late 70s, early 80s, a lot of them seemed great watching them. Didn't get to see a lot of the game, just Saturday afternoon and Monday Night Baseball, and that was about it. Dan Quisenberry was a great reliever for a short amount of time right there for Kansas City. Helped them win a world championship in 85. Tippy Martinez, do not remember him. Tommy Lasorda, Hall of Fame manager. He coached some great teams. I wish they put manager cards back in today. Larry Boyle played on a great Phillies team in the late 70s, early 80s. Fighter Blue, boy, great pitcher for the A's in 72, 3 and 4, won 3 world championships in a row. J.R. Richard, he would probably be in the Hall of Fame today if he didn't have a stroke, and a very bad stroke. Had forced him to retire from baseball. It's a shame. Come on now, right there. We're about halfway through. I appreciate you hanging around with me, watching my videos. It's always fun to go back. I'd rather open some of the old stuff than most of this new stuff. I'll move some of this stuff back out of the way a minute. Give me a little bit more room. I got to clean off my desk. I just ain't had a chance to do a lot of it. Eddie Steady Murray. Great player from the Baltimore Orioles. Give you the same numbers just about every year. He's a Hall of Famer. Day in, day out. Carl Yastrzemski. Great player from Boston. Triple Crown winner in 67, I believe he was. Hall of Famer. Dave Keenan. All or nothing hitter. Dave Parker. This Cobra. I don't know how they overlooked putting him in the Hall. One of my favorite players back then. Oh, missed one. Okay. We're slowly getting through them. Willie Hernandez, who's a closer on that 84 Tigers World Championship team, had a great year that year. Kirk Gibson. That home run he hit in 1988 off Dennis Eckersley in Game 1. Couldn't even walk. 2 bad knees and come up and hit that game-winning walk-off home run in Game 1. All arms. Put that over there. Probably the most clutch play by a hitter I've ever seen in a World Series. If you've not seen it, go watch it on YouTube. Pull it up. It's well worth watching. Nolan Ryan. There we go. Ryan Express. Everything Hall of Famer. Bo Diaz on that Phillies team in 80. There's Ricky Henderson, Hall of Fame. Right there. Probably the best leadoff hitter ever. Sparky Anderson. Still don't look right wearing the Tigers uniform. He coached the Tigers 17 years and coached the Reds only 8. But when he went to Hall of Fame, he chose Cincinnati. I mean, that was a dynasty they had. 5 division titles, 4 World Series appearances, 2 world titles in 6 years. That stretch. Jim Rice, Hall of Famer. Oh, there's one thing I need to do. Sparky don't belong over there. He belongs with the Big Red. Lou Piniella, great player and a good manager. Coached the Reds to the 90 World Series. And we're getting there. We ain't got many more to go. See what these back cards was somebody had stuck out. Robin Yount, there's a Hall of Famer. Played alongside Paul Molitor, a great Brewers team. Mr. October himself, Reggie Jackson. He wore a lot of uniforms, but I always remember in that Yankees uniform in 77 and 78. Hall of Famer. And I was not rooting for the Yankees. I was actually rooting for the Dodgers then. I'm a National League guy. It used to matter a lot more than it does today. Tim Foley. Dan Dreesen was backup of Tony Perez and actually played first in the World Series games when it was a DH. Tony Perez DH'd. He started at first. Dusty Baker just retired, and I guarantee he's going in the Hall. He deserves to be in the Hall as a player and a manager. His combined work. Put him over the side. Ron Say, the Penguin. Gary Matthews was a great outfielder. He could cover some ground quick. Another Willie Stargell. Hall of Fame right there. This box has been pretty true. I mean, there's another Ken Griffey. Well, what I expected to get. There's not a lot of valuable cards in 81. Tommy John again. Yeah, 80 and 81 only had one or two Hall of Famers come out of that. It was kind of transition year in baseball. 81 was a strike shortened year. Davey Lopez, part of that great Dodgers team. Bob Boone, part of that Phillies team. Willie McCovery, Hall of Famer right here. Just about went right past him. Giants right there, sitting him over the side. Bill Buckner. Dave Winfield's a Hall of Famer. There we go. This has actually been a really good box for an 81 vending box. I mean, got a good assortment of players. Phil Negro, Hall of Fame pitcher. Bobby Cox there again, Hall of Fame manager with the Braves. Earl Weaver, starting at Lou Whitaker. So this box might not have been searched. If they did, they put them back in fairly well order because they're starting to repeat as it went down the line. And I think we just got a few more in here. Yeah. Lee May. I'd like to pull the Pete Rose out of here. That would have been sweet. And a lad, there's Johnny Bench. Well, got most of the Reds teams out of there. Sweet. This has been a pretty good box. But this is what I recommend you do. If you buy one of these, don't resell it. Tear them up where they cannot be used again. It's a shame that people do that with some of the more expensive boxes. That's what I do with them. I do not save them. I always tear them up and throw them away, but they cannot be used for that, for a scam. We got quite a few Hall of Famers out of there. These are players that I think might be in the Hall of Fame one day. That's my Hall of Famers. This is my Big Reds machine cards. Only one I didn't get was Pete Rose and George Foster and Cesar Geronimo. Well, there we go. 1981 Fleer Vending Box. That was a lot of fun for me. I hope you enjoyed it. I really like these older players and older cards. It brings back a lot of memories from over 40 years ago, 42 years ago. Seemed like it was yesterday. But I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment below what you thought about it. I do read them. I just don't answer all of them. I'm sorry about that. I'm real slow about that. Got a lot going on, like everybody else. But thank you all for leaving a response and watching my videos and subscribing. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So, my friends, that'll bring us to the end of this video. So, until we meet again, be safe out there and God be with you and your family. This is Double. I'm out.